number figure to that, but obviously, you know, insurance carriers are looking to see what you're doing to mitigate risk and making sure that all of your facilities are prepared should any, you know, any troubles come your way. How are you going to handle that as an organization?
Well, now the location of your office, you won't have glass across there, will you?
No, not at
So that means once they come in, people escort you to where you're at, then that escort goes away.
Personally, I don't even know. I don't know how far out that is thought. I don't think you physically get an escort. They just, I didn't hear to see the clerk about voting issue, whatever that may be. And I'm sure the trained person will use their, you know, their guidance to say, okay, yeah, that's a legitimate. I'm paying a water bill. Yeah, head on back.
So none of our locations will have glass across the front.
Don't believe that was the intent.
And the only reason I'm asking, I'm just playing
No, understood.
the advocate here, because if I come in there with a heavy coat on and I'm going to pay the water bill, I'm just going to walk right in the door. I'm in.
Water bill is different in regards to what they will keep. The cashier keeps what they have listed.
Well, what about the clerk? I'm just going to go pay the clerk. Or see the clerk about something. If I'm wearing a heavy coat, you don't know if I'm wearing a gun now?
So I do believe, so I want to speak clearly here. I do believe Cindy has, her window will still go up, the roll-up window, but there is a barrier between them and the persons.
I see what
Just
you're
go into a bank.
Yeah, that's
It will
what I'm
be
saying.
like,
Yeah,
So all
once you get
locations-
into her workstation, if you get behind the door, there's no glass, but she's got a door protecting her and bulletproof
Yeah,
glass.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
she'll still wait on customers through the glass.
we
That's what
factor
I'm
that
reading
in.
into this.
we are
That's what I was
getting
asking.
bulletproof glass?
Yes.
Okay.
ballistic glass.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
that's
that's
what
what
I was
I was
wondering.
wondering, okay.
I thought you were talking about
Which
the
makes-
other windows.
No, her window, that flips.
Yeah,
I
out.
think that hallway will be covered,
Yeah.
what I'm reading and what some of these descriptions are is
You're correct.
those windows, when they roll up, they'll be glass there.
That's,
Okay.
which makes sense,
Exactly.
more sense than.
It'll have the
And there's gonna be trays to put
Trays and
transactions
speed.
through.
So
Okay,
you're
good, that's what I was wondering.
Correct.
Yes, okay, good. So all the offices,
They're
all
safe.
So the
the,
Call
building.
center.
gotcha, okay, good.
All right.
Yeah, okay. I was just wondering.
And we did talk to employees. This was a huge, they felt very comfortable
Good.
going in this direction, especially with what happened about 2 years ago with that gentleman out there.
Last week, I came in, it was break, almost 5 o'clock, and everybody was leaving. And the gentleman walked through, came in with 3 side doors, and just kind of hooked me up a little bit. And Michelle was still in the office, I said, don't go out there. I said, see what he's gonna do. Just waiting and walking and stuff, so.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's just, if someone's in the front, I think it's, you know, let everybody to the front.
Sure.
You know.
Okay, if not, item 12 is a motion to approve the February payroll for 2020. Any questions on that? Item 13 is a motion to approve extending the due date of the winter 2019 taxes from February 14, 2020 to February 28, 2020. Any questions on that? We always do.
Yeah.
Okay, item 14 is a motion to approve payment in the amount of $17,570 to National Paid Home Buyers for the down payment assistance for home buyers number 2020-01, 2020-02, 2020-03, funded through the Home Grant. Mr. Baum?
Thank you, Chair. These are 3 applicants, all meet the requirements for the first-time homebuyers down payment assistance program, and that's why we bring them forward.
Is this information on our own table?
Yes, the application. Each application should be marked at the top with the case numbers.
Okay, thank you.
Item 15 is a motion to approve authorizing the mayor to sign a purchase agreement to be on behalf of the city of Taylor for the sale of parcel ID number as read. Proceeds go to the general fund. Mr. Baum?
Mr. Chairman, this is a new, resident just bought the home next to his vacant lot on the 5800 block of John Daly, and she wanted to acquire the vacant property next door. The other homeowner on the other side of it is an LLC, and so it's a rental, so we did not offer them a lot split. She is a homestead homeowner.
Any Any questions on
I
that?
do have a question. Is there any way we can get a better picture than this? I know it's just a print or copy of it. I don't need it now, but just in the future, if we can get something that I can read though, or we can read. I kind of like, I went online and looked at the address to see where it was at, so I could see, you know, a picture of it, but that's, I can,
Yeah, so we're going.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Is there any other questions? Okay.
About 2,000.
Ian? Okay, item 16 is a motion to approve authorizing the mayor to sign purchase agreement on behalf of the city of Taylor for the sale of parcel number as read. Proceeds go to the general fund. $1,500. The amount of $1,500, proceeds go to the general fund.
Thanks, Chairman Woolley. This is a vacant lot on Harold, heavy property. One side is the fence that contains the boundaries of Lang Park, so there's no homeowners on that side of the street. And then there's just one home, and he owns, is looking to buy this vacant lot. There's no other homeowners, so it's not very marketable lot, which is what reflected the offer.
Any questions on that? Okay. Item 17 is a motion to receive and file December 2019 paid invoice report. Any questions for Jason on that?
I do have a couple. To the back, on page 26. Seems like there's duplicate here, and I don't know how it works, but number 868, Howard Attorneys, there's the Pinewood LIT, September 2019, and then it's the exact number, the exact dates, and the exact, but it's two. It says Corporate Council and Community Development.
If I could, through Chair, to the councilman's question, it's because it's charged to a different department. That's why you see it on there. It's the same bill, but a portion went to corporate council and a portion went to community development.
Okay, then same one underneath for 67.
Same thing for the other ones as well, yes. If you see a duplicate invoice and a duplicate description, just look at the department. It should be a different department in each one, because that's
It is different department. I was just curious because it's the same, exact same thing.
Yep, it probably was split in half or something of that
Okay.
nature. yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Item 18 is a motion to receive and file December 2019 budget performance report. Any questions for Jason? Item 19 is a motion to approve deficit elimination plan resolution related to the community development block grant for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2019. Mr. Coacher?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'll be happy to address this. Something similar happened with the city back in 2016 fiscal year end, and I don't see it on this agenda package, but I have a memo. Did anybody get a copy of my memo I included with the document? I do apologize. I'll send that memo to you guys. Don't know why I didn't get in your package, but I kind of explained my memo what was going on here, so. I'll use
That's why I asked you.
Yeah. So I'll kind of, like I said, I'll kind of just regurgitate what's in my memo. I'll also send you that memo as well too. But what's going on is, when we filed the deficit, or when we filed the audit, the state's computer system kind of spits out reports and says, hey, some of your funds may be in a deficit, and you may have to file a deficit elimination plan. We did this with CDBG back in 16 as well, but what it was is basically it's a timing difference in how we recognize revenue in this fund compared to the expenditures. Because this fund is what I call like a zero balance fund, our revenues would always equal our expenditures. But the way that in the accounting world, how you recognize revenue is that you collect the revenue within 60 days at the year end to be able to recognize it. If you can't recognize it, you have to defer it to the next year. But our expenditures are recorded when they're incurred. So when the services are received or goods are received, that's when we record the expenditure. So you're always gonna have a timing difference in that area. And the state knows that. So basically what they look at is, okay, is your deficit equal your deferred revenue, which is a liability? In this case, it was off by $2,000, and why that was because in the prior year, the 18 audit, there was program income that was recognized and then identified during our audit this year with our third-party person who helps out, Hennessy, that program income was actually related to either NSP or home, I forget which one it was. And so what that did, it caused that little bit of a difference, that $2,000 difference. Even though it says 59,000 on the report you see, once you see my memo, I kind of explain a little bit more in depth. But that $2,000 difference is why the state wants us to file that plan. And just like last time, it's a timing difference, and we'll recoup that during this fiscal year that we're in now, and we'll make sure to get that corrected and go forward. So, but according to how the state wants us to submit, we have to go to council, get approval of the steps of elimination plan in front of you now, and we submit that to the state until we find it. But that's how this resulted. But I'll make sure you guys get that memo.